Okay, here we are. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing a live on this whole Joe Blow situation about disc rot. A friend of mine from Movie Lovers Unite, that's his TikTok page, sent me this new article today about how it's not just DVDs that have this potential disc rot, it is now Blu-rays. And as of before, I thought it was just going to be, just the DVDs from what I was reading. But as it turns out, it is Blu-rays as well. So I'm going to be reading this article. But before I do want to go ahead and actually kind of start from the beginning, because some people don't know about this. And then, of course, there are other people that do know about it. So I want to make sure that we are all on the same page before I even go any further. Let me just make sure that this live stuff is working properly, because this is now my second time doing it. And last time I did it was a disaster. So cool. Okay, so we're here. Make sure that I turn this down. Beautiful. So hopefully I can see chat if anybody pops in here. If not, let's just get through these articles. So let's see what we have. Here we go. That is my face so many times. You don't want to see that, do you? Okay. So anyways, here we are. This is the article. This is actually the updated article from Joe Blow. So this was back on March 8th. This was updated with the response from Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers had basically read the article that Joe Blow put out, and they gave an update. So let's start with what originally had happened. Was that they discussed how hundreds of your Warner Brothers DVDs probably don't work anymore. Basically, DVDs or discs that came out between 2006 to 2008 are unplayable. There was a list attached to this article, and this list went ahead and showed, as you can see, the image right here of discs like this with, just some physical damage done to it, and they're not playing. So like myself and many others, I went through the list and I found that I had about 6 movies, or 6 discs in total, that were potentially affected by it. 4 of them being movies, and then 2 of them being TV shows. The TV shows in question were Tales from the Crypt Season 5 and Season 6. And then the movies that I own that were part of the list, Hairspray, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, Austin Powers Goldmember, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's it. And so far, I have tested out 3 of the discs. So I tested out Hairspray. I tested out not A Nightmare on Elm Street, Hairspray. I tested out Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, and the other one that I tested out was the Tales from the Crypt Season 5. So I haven't gotten through all of the discs on Season 5, because I believe there's 3 discs. So I have 1 more disc to go through, and so far no problems. Hairspray is the only movie, however, that I did have an issue with, that does not play. It doesn't play at all. Even if I try it on a different player, I have different DVD players. I have Blu-ray players. I have a 4K player. So I tried it on all of them just to see if there was anything, and no, it does not play whatsoever. It gets to the menu, and then as soon as you hit play, it immediately goes nuts. It's like starts skipping, and then it just shuts off completely. So the funny thing about it is that if I look at the back of my disc, and I did a post on this, there's nothing on it. There's no fingerprints. There's no dust, nothing. Like I really pride myself on taking care of my things. I pride myself always on, handling all of my DVDs and my Blu-rays. Like nobody ever goes through my stuff, takes the disc out, puts it in. And it's always been like that. Even when I was younger, it was always me. I made sure that I got the disc out myself. I was always very careful with how I did it. And yeah, that was it. So anyways, nothing wrong visibly on that disc. However, with my Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, the disc itself looked like it went through a car wash. Like that is the only way to describe it. It looked like as though, I played Frisbee with it and it got dirt all over it, and I tried to wipe it with my shirt, and then I like sprayed, alcohol on it to try to like clean it. It looks terrible, but that movie played. So, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know, I guess you can't identify it just visually. You really have to test the discs out to see if they are working. I thought it was just the DVDs. And this article here talks about the DVDs, basically what I just told you. And like I said, there's an entire list, and it's all discs that were manufactured between 2006 and 2008. Warner Brothers did respond, and they say that we can contact customer support, let them know what's going on, and if there are replacements for these discs, they will go ahead and replace it for you. I'm like, great, cool. That's awesome. Like, they're going to try to rectify the situation. Fantastic. Well, just yesterday, I learned, again, from my friend John over at Movie Lovers Unite, that it's not just DVDs. And this is the new article, which I have not read yet. It's titled, Over 600 Blu-ray Titles No Longer Work. So I'm going to read it with you guys, and we're going to go through it together. And hopefully, there's a solution to this, but I'm not too excited about this. I already had an issue with one disc, which was, I don't know who released it, but it's the Last Voyage of the Demeter. Not the Scream Factory one that came out, the first release of that on Blu-ray. I bought it, and it wasn't until a few months after I bought that Blu-ray that I was able to actually watch the movie. So by that point, any warranty or anything like that had expired from the store. Like, I couldn't just go in and exchange it. Also, I believe I got it from Best Buy. So it's not like I could take it to Best Buy and go, hey guys, my Blu-ray of The Last Voyage of the Demeter doesn't work. Can you help me out? And when I say it doesn't work, it had issues with the film. Like, about, I'd say 30 minutes in, it skipped. It skipped quite a few chapters, and then it went ahead and skipped again at the end. Tim Rob 29, that is brutal. Blu-rays too. Yeah, man, that's what I'm learning right now. I'm just reading this article that a friend of mine sent over to me, and apparently it's not just DVDs, it is Blu-rays. So let's just go through this article and see what it actually says. And again, this is on Joe Blow's website, joeblow.com. I will post this link as soon as this live is done, or I think I could post it in the chat. Maybe. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm new to streaming on YouTube. Well, there it is. Yeah, cool. Okay, so here's the link. If you guys want to follow along, feel free. But it says, when it comes to physical media, there always has to be a concern for degradation. We saw it with VHS, cassette tapes, and LaserDiscs. Eventually, they become unwatchable. DVD was supposed to fix that issue, giving us the same experience each time, and with a much longer shelf life than LaserDiscs, which are currently dropping like flies. And judging on Bumbray's article about Warner Brother titles, the issue is as present as ever. But those are DVDs. That's 2 whole generations ago, and there's a reason why we've since switched. What about Blu-rays? Hopefully not too many, right? I know. I haven't seen this list yet. I am nervous as hell to go through the list because I don't even know if there is a list, if I'm being honest. Like I said, this is just the article, and I haven't read this article yet. So if there is a list and it's showing some movies of mine, oh man, I got a lot of stuff to go through. So Blu-rays were actually made with the intention of lasting 100 years, but that doesn't mean that there aren't issues that spring up. Any discs that have 2 layers, such as Blu-ray discs 50, which are 50 gigs of storage versus 25 gigs for the standard, are more likely to degrade as the 2 layers are essentially glued together. Okay, I didn't know that. That's wild. Lack of proper storage, or even an issue when initially printed, can cause layers to separate, rendering the video unusable. It's why proper storage is essential for any collection. Ever have a title just completely stop at one point in the film? That's because it's having an issue switching between data layers. Interesting. Okay. I personally have never had any issues with storage for the most part. I have moved 6 times in the last 5 years, and there was only one instance where I had to keep my stuff in storage, and that was while we were building a house. So that was a whole other ordeal. But for the most part, I've always had everything in room control temperature. And like I said, I've never had any issues until the DVD list popped up, and I had issues in the past, and I always just assumed it was like my Blu-ray player or my DVD player. I never thought it was the actual disc because, like I said, I take care of my stuff, and there's no fingerprints, no scratches, no nothing. So I always just assumed it was the player that I was watching the movie on. To know that this is going on is wild. Weston, what's up, Weston? Hey, Chino, love the collection and the channel. What would the best way to back a collection on a disc drive? Well, I don't personally back up movies. I have in the past downloaded movies onto like actual online, and I've used the MK player. I forget the full name of it, but I can do a whole video on that, on how I actually take my movies and I, rip them off the disc and then I store them. I know a lot of people just use external hard drives for that sort of thing. I would do the same. I'd have to kind of be very picky as to which hard drive I would use, just because if they're ones that are motorized, that motor can basically crap out and then you lose everything that's on there, or it's very expensive to go ahead and actually have it fixed so that they can, retrieve the data. I've had drives like that crash in the past, and I think it was like a 10 terabyte G drive that I had. It was a monster, and it had this crazy motor in it, and it completely crapped out after a storm, and it cost me a little over $3,000 just to be able to retrieve all the data that was on that. And I don't wish that on anyone. So that could be very expensive. So there are other drives that you could probably store these movies on, but again, I'd have to do more research as to what drives would be more optimal for that. I know the process. I know how to do it. I've done it because I've uploaded special features in the past on YouTube from my DVDs. And yeah, you do need to have an external player to be able to do all that. But anyways, let me go back to this. Okay, so I was able to come across a website cataloging a number of defective title. Many are BD50s and are a result of printing problems. Okay, so the list includes a bevy of popular titles like 127 Hours, A Ghost Story, Cloverfield, Death Race, Elysium, Jesus, The Eye, Ghost Rider, Gone Girl, Hellboy, Jurassic Park 3, Peter Jackson's King Kong, Layer Cake, Piranha 3D, Scream 1, 2, 3, holy crap, Sunshine, Van Helsing, and The Witch. The issues can range from the film skipping, artifacting, and being unable to play entirely. Okay, well, that list right there, those few that they just mentioned, I have a lot of. So, Tim Rob, I have so many of those. LOL, RIP. I know. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just because I'm so annoyed right now, and I gotta go check all this out. Damn. I recently watched A Ghost Story. I watched it, well, I don't say recently. I watched it about 2 years ago, the Blu-ray, and I didn't have any issues with that one. I have Cloverfield, but I haven't watched Cloverfield in a while. I have Elysium. I haven't watched that in a while. I have Gone Girl. Haven't watched that in a while. Jurassic Park 3 as well. Peter Jackson's King Kong. I have the 4K of that, which does include the Blu-ray. So I wonder if that Blu-ray doesn't play, or if it's just the Blu-ray release of it. It doesn't specify on here. I have Piranha 3D. I haven't seen that in a while, but that's the 3D disc too. Damn it. And the Scream ones. Okay. The Witch I have, and I haven't watched it. So I think I'm going to watch The Witch because I need to test this out. This really sucks. Even Criterion, who is considered the absolute top tier of physical media, has had its fair shares of issues. 27 Criterion releases have known defects, with classics such as 8.5, The Seventh Seal, M, and Paris, Texas falling on the list. Ooh. Paris, Texas falling on the list, sorry. The biggest offender may be the Citizen Kane 4K, which Criterion had to reissue discs for and offer a $10 credit to purchasers. That at least shows the lengths that Criterion is willing to go make up for these kinds of problems. Because unlike the massive Warner Brother issues from 2006 to 2008, they are more sporadic and self-contained, likely down to a specific batch of films versus an entire lineup. Holy crap. I watched 127 Hours about a year ago with no problems on Blu-ray. Yeah. And what's crazy about this is, like, okay, so let's say we have, like, you have 127 Hours on Blu-ray, Tim, but you watched it a year and a half ago, just like I watched a year and a half ago Ghost Story, and it didn't have any issues. But what if since then it's taken a crap? Like, or what if in the next, I don't know, 3 months it decides that it's done? I think that's the biggest issue that I'm seeing with all this, is because you just don't know, right? And these are the ones that they have already found to have the issues. This isn't also, I mean, potentially all of them could do this. Like, that's the reality of it. It's not like one specific ones, like they're saying, this isn't just some sporadic thing. This could be an entire lineup of these movies. And for some, it may be a more prolonged effect because, like myself, yeah, I have them in room controlled temperature. So like my wall behind me, what you guys can see back there, all blurred out. This is an entire wall of movies. I have another room across from here, also another entire wall of movies. I have another room back there, an entire wall of movies, and then I have another room where I have my DVDs. And now I'm like, I need to get them out of there because that room is, I'm building a theater room right now, and that room doesn't have controlled temperature. It's not hot, but it's also not crazy cold. So I'm like so concerned that this is going to happen. So for somebody that is fortunate enough to have had it in rooms where I can control that temperature, some people don't have that. Some people have just an AC unit plugged into one room and that cools the rest of the house down. Or it gets crazy cold in the house, and I don't know. It's pretty wild. It says, if anything, my hours of combining through message boards, blog spots, and responses just prove problems occur all the time and can be quite random. These are certainly some companies that pop up more than others, but it really comes down to who did the actual release. Another quick thing I mentioned in the beginning, which I don't think you guys were here for, I had the Voyage of the Demeter, which I bought the original Blu-ray release, not the one from Scream Factory that recently came out, which was the 4K. And I had an issue with that movie, and that film skipped, well, I'd say about 3 or 4 times, and it skipped multiple chapters. I was able to rewind back to certain parts, and it would kind of start playing again. But overall, the movie skipped so many times that I wasn't able to watch it in its entirety because I missed certain portions of it in the beginning. And I couldn't return it because I had bought it from Best Buy, and I didn't open it for quite some time. It sat in my pile of must-watch movies, my watch list, and I'm not fully caught up with all my stuff. I still have so many that are sealed right now that I haven't caught up with. And now I'm concerned that I've lost money that's just sitting there and they're damaged. One of the ones that mentioned here, The Witch. I bought The Witch when it came out, and I have yet to watch it. It's still sealed, so I'm a little concerned. I heard The Twilight Zone is on the list. I watched it last night with no issues. Oh God, sweet home. That sweet home theater is my dream. Yeah, man. With movies these days, and I have 2 little girls, and obviously with my wife as well. So when we go watch movies, it gets pretty expensive. It is nice to have that, like, I guess, luxury of saying, yeah, we can just watch it at home. Even if it's a new release, we can rent it from home, costing us $20 total for a brand new movie. That would cost me almost $100 for the whole family to go watch, get some snacks and all that. I love going to the movies, however, so I'm not one of those that will just watch the movie at home. But there are situations where, like, for example, I don't have a babysitter available, and I don't like to leave my girls with a babysitter. I prefer to leave them with family if possible. And even then, I'm still very iffy. So yeah, it's nice to be able to have that, but it'll be some time before that's fully done. I had one in my other home, and then when we moved, obviously, that went away. Okay, so let me just go back to where it was here. So I said, if anything, my hours of combing through message boards, blog spots, and responses just proved problems occur all the time and can be quite random. There are certainly some companies that pop up more than others, but it really comes down to who did the actual release. And I'd also like to point out how little boutique labels like Scream Factory and Arrow Video appear on this list. Not to say that they're without their problems, but as collectors, we have to take the wins where we can. I'd encourage you to check out your own Blu-rays rather than just putting them on the shelf, assuming they work. You could just have a bunch of expensive paperweights on your shelves. I hope not. I really hope not. Have you had any issues with any of your Blu-rays? What company have you noticed? Are these points against physical media as a whole? Let us know in the comments. Okay. Is there an actual list, though? I don't see a list on here. Let me read what people have said. Maybe somebody can point us in the right direction. So I've only had issues with Warner Brother titles and a few of the MGM James Bond films. All my LaserDiscs still play, even the laser rotted ones like Eraser. They're just unwatchable. Now my HD DVD box set of the Matrix trilogy doesn't play at all. That sucks. Yeah, this freaking sucks. It really does, man. I have lots of Blu-rays and they all work. Also lots of DVDs. And the only one I ran into a problem with recently was The Fugitive. I replaced it with a Blu-ray and one of those donuts with the little sprinkles on it. Weston Warner. I have a friend that smokes that smokes in his media room and uses aerosol fresheners. I've noticed that some of his discs had spots that will not wipe off, so I don't use aerosols in my room. Yeah, so let me show you this because I made a post about this. And these are two movies that are on the DVD list. So the first one here is Hairspray, this is the special edition, the 2-disc one, or the Shake and Shimmy edition. I apologize. And this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. And these two movies are on the list for the manufacturers from 2006 to 2008. So I've already tested both of these. I'll show you the Hairspray one because this is a point that I want to make about this too. So the Hairspray disc, and I'll show you the front first so you know that I'm not pulling a fast one on you guys. So you can see that there. Let me go ahead and actually change this real quick. I want to, sorry. Camera only. Is this good? Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. All right, cool. So let me move this back here. Okay, so this is, again, the Hairspray disc right here. You guys can see that. And the back of it, like I said, I pride myself on keeping everything clean. Like, dude, there's no fingerprint on that. There are no scratches. Like, this disc, you would think I've never watched this movie. I have seen this movie so many times. Don't judge me. But I've seen this movie so many times, and there is nothing wrong with that disc. The only problem is it doesn't play. It doesn't work anymore. Like, it doesn't even start. So I've tried to start it so many times, and no go. And this is, again, one of them that's on the list. So I do have to reach out to Warner Brothers, and I hope that they can replace it. If not, well, you know, then I'm gonna have to, I don't know, eat shit. Now the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Beginning right here. I'm gonna open this up real quick. Again, all of my discs, guys, all of my discs are immaculate. Like, I could sell these as new, and you would never, if I could shrink wrap them again and sell them as brand new, you wouldn't question it because the discs look crisp, right? So this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, and this is what the back looks like. Now, hold on. You guys can see that? Let's try to reflect it on the light. You see that? There's like it looks like smudges. Let me see if I can angle it a certain way. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So there's like a layer of stuff on there. Sorry, the light is reflecting on it. I can't get it. But yeah, it's got it all over the disc. And again, it looks really bad here, but you can't really see it on the thing. Let me see if I can get a different angle. Okay. You can get glimpses of it, but it's all over the disc basically. That plays. This one played just fine. There was a brief second, I mean half a second, halfway through the movie. Somebody explained to me that that's normal, and the disc is loading, and basically they try to hide it in a transition, and then it like freezes for a split second, and then it starts up again. This one plays, but that stuff on this disc has nothing to do with me being careless, putting my fingers on it. That's just over time. I don't know why. Like, that particular disc did that. And I'm sure that I have other discs. I have, in my collection, I have over 4,500 logged physical movies, okay? It's a lot of movies that I need to go through. And I know I'm not even the one with the biggest collection. I've met dudes that have over 10,000. I've met guys that have almost 15,000 movies in their collection. So I can't even begin to fathom how they feel. I have over 4,500 physical copies of movies. And out of those 4,500, 700 of them are DVDs. So I have to go through them. You know, somebody said you can put them on online, and they basically go ahead and just scan it. They download it, and if it stops or something, I don't know. I'm the kind of person that, like, I want to rewatch these movies anyways. That's why I own them, because I like to rewatch them whenever. And when I saw these two up on the list, I was like, oh, great time to rewatch them. My wife had never seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, and I was like, this is a great reason to have her watch it, you know, for research purposes, of course. And yeah, I was able to watch that one with no problems, but I'm not gonna lie, I was concerned because the disc looked like I went through a car wash. Like, it just looked absolutely crazy. So I don't know what the situation is with these Blu-rays. Let me try to find a list. Let's see if we can actually get a list here of Blu-rays that might be affected, because if there is a list, that would be fantastic. If not, I don't know what to do. It says, and people make fun of DVD collectors. Haha, these things won't be here forever. Just enjoy them while you can. I'm a big fan of both physical and digital. Somebody said, digitize them. Better to do that with titles disappear better to do that till titles disappear altogether or get more and more alterations. Yeah, I'm a fan of both physical and digital. So The Beginning is underrated. I agree, Tim. It's a fantastic movie. Not as brutal as I remember it. It still is a brutal movie, but I think I've just watched so much since that like it didn't feel as brutal, if that makes sense. It's still a messed up movie. There are some gnarly scenes in that for sure, but nowhere near as intense as I remember it, if that makes sense. I still love the 2003 the remake with Jessica Biel. I think that one is phenomenal, and I get a lot of shit for saying this, but I think it's better than the original. So that's just me. Nothing. I'm not taking anything away from the original. I think the original is a fun ride, but it's, for me, I didn't grow up on it. So, I appreciate what it did. I appreciate the kind of movie, what it brought to the genre. But I love that Jessica Biel one. So, yeah. Oh, it's your favorite. Let's go. All right, cool. I don't feel bad saying it. Nice. All right, let me see. Well, I guess physical media isn't forever like they made it out to be. So far, I've only had one Blu-ray malfunction in my collection. Haven't checked at the others, but I have backup digital copies. What do you use to back up your Blu-rays? Somebody here says, usually you have to use a pirating software to make a digital copy. I feel like this isn't as big of an issue as some media outlets are making it sound like it is. No one I know has had this happen, nor have I. I get that it's technically news, but perhaps the headlines should be more accurately read. In extremely rare cases, 600 Blu-ray titles may no longer work. Hell, I still have VHS tapes that work. LOL, treat your stuff right. Last longer. But don't ever assume it will last forever. We all know this game. They release almost everything every other second, while they always telling us this is the definitive version you'll never have to buy again. Doubtful that will ever change until we collectively stop buying into that game. I agree. Definitely take care of your stuff. 100%. Saw it in 2003 in theaters. Had a great time. Yeah. As did I. So good. And I mean, guys, Jessica Biel, right? Yeah, she was a beauty. Absolute beauty. Wasn't a hard movie to watch. You know what I mean? Never heard of this and never run into a problem. Own 415. My mint condition DVD copy of The Believer stopped working, and I ended up just buying the digital version. Hopefully this won't eventually start happening to video game discs. Okay, so where is this list? Real disappointing news. Do we think there's any chance of refund replacement moving forward? I guess it will be a bit of a nightmare scenario, because if it's sealed, how do you know if it's faulty and if it's open? They can say it's used, damaged. Also, with the way film industry is currently, a lot of companies would have merged or even folded, so they're definitely not going to be at their most generous. What a clusterfuck. I agree. I flip-flop between the original and the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, Agent. Definitely, they're both very, very good movies. They're just very different. Like, yes, the original is the original, and you pay respect to it and all that. But yeah, they're cool because you can watch them and get something different out of both. The viewing experience is much more different, if that makes sense. I want to find this list, though. I need to find this list. Where is the list? It might be on this dude's article here. Hold on. No, this is the article from the original one. Come on. Special shout out to Super Home Theater YouTube channel. Way ahead of the story. Damn it. Let me see if I can find it. Blu-ray rot disc list. Okay, here's Game Reactor site. Let's see if this has anything. Okay. Here we go. We got the list, guys. Okay. Oh, God, I'm scared. What the hell is this? This list is not in English. Okay, this list is in French. Let's see if I can translate this. Here we go. Translated. All right, cool. I'm like, I do not read le French. Le français not for me. Yeah? Merci beaucoup. Okay, let me close this up. I'll keep that open here. So 16 discs, 15 titles, 127 hours, 13 Assassins, 1942 Christopher Columbus, 310 Yuma, Three Kingdoms, the Resurrection of the Dragon, Three Kingdoms long version. I'm not sure. I wish there was an English, because this, I don't know which ones this is. If it's telling me if like this is the long version, like is that, I don't know. Anywho, 30 Days of Night. Damn it. That's one of my favorite vampire movies. Top 5 for sure. I own that one. I can't open this drink and I am so thirsty. Hang on one second. There we go. Oh, there we go. Finally. I've been trying to open this freaking water for like the last 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Here we go. 30 Days of Night, 2008 release. And then there's another 30 Days of Night, another 2008 release. I don't know which one that is. If I click on it, let me see if it does anything. Okay, that just went there. But this looks like a foreign release. This doesn't look like a region A to me. So who knows? But it's a list. So I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to test these out. Did it just change into... Why aren't you translating? Accept. Come on. Translate, bruh. Whatever. I can figure this out. Okay. Let's go back up to the top. So 30 Days of Night. I can figure this out, and then that's immediately can't read the next one. 7 Psychopaths, 7 Samurai, 8.5, 96 Hours, A Ghost Story, Blind at the Origin, Absolute Beginners, African Queen, Akira. Oh my God. Which Akira? I have so many Akiras. Which one? Alien Covenant. Fucking hell. Yeah, these are ones that are on the list of titles that are affected. So yours may or may not be affected, but it's one where they have found issues with. So, let me go ahead and copy this link, and I'm going to put it in chat. You guys can go ahead and take that so you have it, save it for yourselves, because, yeah, this is freaking wild. This is so wild. Alien Covenant, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. God damn it, I own so many of these. Apocalypse, the Second World War. That's French television show. Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now, the definitive edition. Apocalypto, Apollo 18. Oh my God, dude. There's so many. It's over 600. I'm going to try to just skim through it and find ones that are like big releases. So Austin Powers, The Others from Studio Canal. I'm assuming not The Others that just recently came out, which was a Criterion, but they did say that some Criterion discs do have this issue. So The Adventures of Tintin, UB13, Batman Begins. So I recently watched Batman Begins. I saw it maybe 2 weeks ago, and I didn't have any issues with that. So, okay, that's okay. Batman versus the Masked Phantom, Batman The Dark Knight Rises. This is the Nolan Warner box set. The one that I did watch it on was not the box set. What does that box set look like? Okay, so that's off of this box set right here. Damn. Okay. I don't have that one. Beauty and the Beast, Ben-Hur. This is so many. The Black Box from The Box. Breaking Bad, complete box set. Season 1, Season 2, Season 4. Oh my God. Cabin Fever 3. Who owns Cabin Fever 3? Let's be honest. Just kidding. If you like that movie, good for you. Looks like a lot of Warner Brothers and Sony. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Captain America, the First Avenger, the Steelbook. I own this Steelbook. Fuck me. Damn, dude. Oh, man. Captives, Casino, Forbidden City, Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick. Do I own this one? I don't know if I own this version. I recently got the Chronicles of Riddick. I got that from, I think it was Arrow Video. Arrow Video may have just put out a special edition. Not Breaking Bad. Yeah, man. It looks like Breaking Bad. Check your Breaking Bad if you own it. And hopefully there's no issues of any kind. The City of God. Cloverfield, we mentioned that one. Let me see if that's the same one. Yeah, that's the disc that I own. Fucking hell. Okay. So Cloverfield, I definitely need to check. Constantine. I own this version of Constantine too. Oh, so annoying. Okay. Well, it just gives me a reason to try to rewatch these movies again. And I've been trying to rewatch all of my movies. I'm actually going to be doing a series where I start from literally alphabetical order all the way through. I'm going to try to rewatch everything. Obviously, it's not going to happen in a year because I have more movies than there are days in a year. So it will be an interesting series that I'll start, but hopefully we get through it. We got to do it. And then I'll discover if some of my discs don't work, and then it'll be a horrible day because then I just, yeah. I have the Steelbook box set for Batman Begins 2, or Breaking Bad, sorry. Hopefully not that one. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm seeing. So like even with the Batman Begins, it mentioned Batman Begins, right, was one of them, but it's part of the Nolan box set. So I don't know. I just would imagine that for box sets like that, they would just take basically the same release that they did for maybe the original Blu-ray release and just throw it in that one. But by the looks of it, it just happens to be the Nolan one, not the Batman Begins. So for your Breaking Bad, hopefully it's not the Steelbooks and maybe just like the regular ones or the first release. Who knows? But this doesn't say. This just tells us the title, and yeah, we can just assume. Okay, so where was I here? Constantine, I already mentioned that. Cowboys and Invaders. Oh, I thought it was going to be Cowboys and Aliens. The Crazies. Fuck. All right, I got to check my copy of The Crazies. Great. Okay. Dances with Wolves. No, I thought that was the Transformers one. Darkman Ultimate Edition. Jeez. Darkman 2 and 3 Ultimate Editions. Yeah, gonna have to give it a rewatch. Can never watch that show too many times anyway. So I hate to admit this, but I tried to watch Breaking Bad. A friend of mine told me to watch this, and he was like, "You have to watch the show. It's so good. It's so good." And I'm like, "All right, I'll definitely check it out." I watched one episode of it. I did not enjoy it. I watched the second episode of it, and I still didn't care for it. And then I started watching the third, and I still didn't care for it, and I turned it off. Usually I'm like, you have to hook me on the first episode, otherwise, and I know everybody's like, yeah, but it gets better. You just got to give it a chance. I never gave it a chance after that middle of the third episode, but I am curious. I do want to try it again. Maybe I was just in the wrong mindset. But everybody swears by that show. So, or maybe there's just something wrong with me. I'm probably going to assume it's the latter. There's just definitely something wrong with me. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to let you down. Dead Snow. I own that as well. I'll have to look at my copy. Death Proof. Come on, man. There are so many. Season 3 and 5 are peak. All right. Yeah, like I said, man, I do need a rewatch. I want to have a show that I can watch and really enjoy, and also just like binge like crazy. I haven't had a show do that in a long time where I just fell in love with it and just wanted to watch more and more and more. But this is one of them where, yeah, I gotta give it a chance. I'll give it a chance, Tim. I promise. I'll try again. My local library has them, so I'll go rent them there for free. Um, yeah, I have way too many of these. There's just too many. Death Proof, Death Race, Jaws. Really, Jaws? Come on. Did you see that Kino pulled Daylight a couple days ago? My copy came in Friday and saw people selling them on eBay for 120 plus. Should have bought two. LOL. Yeah, I saw that. They removed it off their site. I also have my copy. It's still sitting here, and it's still sealed. So I don't know if I'm going to open it. There it is, Daylight. I tried to find out why they removed it. They also canceled Dante's Peak. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Some people were saying it was because Universal maybe like said something and they didn't have the rights to it. But I'm like, how the hell would Universal tell them that like a day or two prior to the release date? Like that like, come on. I mean, it's in my house. Like, I own it now. That's not how that works. So I wonder why they pulled it. Who knows? But I'm going to keep it sealed for right now, just in case. I don't see anybody paying $120 for Daylight in 4K. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not $120 a good movie, And I love Sylvester Stallone, but I would not be paying $120. I'm just glad I got it because the only one that I had was the DVD. So this is a much needed upgrade for me personally. So, all right. What else do we got? Jaws, The Last Witch Hunter, The Last Exorcism. Oh my God, man. That's just too many of these. I own so many of these. The Descent. No. I love The Descent. Come on. Please don't. Please don't. District 9. Oh my God. Doctor Who Season 5. Drive. Is this Sylvester Stallone Drive? Oh no, this is, oh my God. Oh no, that's Driven. This is Nicholas Winding Refn. I love that movie. Damn, dude. I've been trying to watch Severance. I've never seen that show. That's the show on Apple TV, right? Severance, if I'm not mistaken. Elysium, mentioned that one before. Enter the Void. Damn, there's so many. Exodus, Gods and Kings, The Eye. Fast and the Furious 7, Steelbook. We're only at E. Yeah. Yes, Apple TV. Well, now I'm on F, but yeah, I think it's a little delayed. Fast and the Furious. French Connection. Fury. Damn, dude. Oh, no, not, okay. I don't own this Fury. I was talking about the war movie. G.I. Joe 2 Conspiracy. Game of Thrones Season 8, Disc 1. Interesting. Game of Thrones The Complete Season 8, Disc 2. Gangs of New York. Ghost in the Shell. Is this the anime? Oh my God. Fucking hell. I own that. I own that specific Steelbook. Damn it, man. Wow. This really sucks. Ghost in the Shell, Ghost Rider, Gladiator. This is a new mastered one from Universal. I don't own that one. I have Gladiator, but I don't have that one. Gone Girl, which I own. Fucking love this, man. This is so much fun. This is so cool, said no one ever. Can you imagine on this list, like, a release that hasn't even come out yet? It's already on the list, Deep Blue Sea, Arrow Video. It's like, fuck. God, sucks. Gravity. I own this. I'll have to look for that. Gremlins. Awesome. That's freaking awesome. The War of the Worlds, great. Just another one to have to check. H, Hairspray. Thank you. I know. Oh, so the Blu-ray for Hairspray, does this include the Blu-ray too, or is it just the DVDs and... I wonder if the Blu-ray for Hairspray 2 doesn't work? That is the Blu-ray. No shit. So not only does the DVD for Hairspray not work, but also the Blu-ray. That sucks. Great. Cool. So cool. Yeah. Thanks, Hairspray. So it looks like if they send me the the Blu-ray and then the Blu-ray itself is not working, it's like, well, thanks for nothing. You just the movie. This list is just Blu-rays. Yeah, it's just Blu-rays. So, just Blu-rays. Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. Hellboy. Which Hellboy? Yeah. Okay, great. So, like, what's the failure rate? Well, it doesn't say specifically. It says on the actual. So if I go back to the actual post, which is this one here, it basically says that it's quite a few. Like it's not saying that there's a few that just kind of went out and they don't work. They're saying that almost all of them are not working or won't work in the next couple of, I don't know, years. That's the problem. It doesn't specify time-wise. It all depends on essentially how you've kind of kept, if you've taken care of your discs, if they've been in, room-controlled rooms and that sort of thing, or temperature-controlled rooms, I'm sorry, if that's the case. So you could potentially have one that's just ticking away that may work today but may not work tomorrow. So, yeah. I threw it earlier on the chat. Let me go ahead and throw this here for you, Chris. This is the JoBlo link, which talks about the actual 600. And then let me throw you this link as well. This is the list of the movies. These are only Blu-rays, by the way. There's another list that's DVDs. So we talked about this earlier. And like I said earlier, the DVD list was its own thing. These were for specific DVDs that were manufactured between 2006 and 2008. And Warner Brothers, it was only Warner Brothers. And they basically, said that we will rectify the situation. If you have any, reach out to us. And as long as those discs are still in existence and we have them, we will send a replacement out for you. If not, we'll send you something that's of equal value, is what they said. Well, this new article talks about Blu-rays now being the case, and they have found that over 600 of these are, not working. Weston, the original Hairspray is good. I grew up with an older sister. Ask me how I know. LOL. Hey, man, I love Hairspray. It's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. It's great music. Amanda Bynes is great in it. I love Amanda Bynes in that movie. Back when Zac Efron was just, being Zac Efron. No hate on that dude. Super talented guy. Okay, so let's go back to this list here. So we were at Hellboy, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Hitman, Homefront, Hypertension, I don't know what that is. Saving Private Ryan, the collector's edition, awesome. That's great. That's cool. Who wants to watch that anyways, right? Inception. This is also part of the Nolan box set. So if you own the Nolan box set, check all of those out because apparently that thing is gonna self-destruct. The Incredible Hulk green case. I have that one. Fucking hell. Inglorious Bastards. Damn. Insidious 2. Oh my God. You know what sucks is that some of these I have them signed. Like Insidious 2 I have signed. Yeah, hopefully that one works. Hopefully all of them work. I hope that for all of us that are watching this that own physical media, I hope that these all work for you guys. And I really hope that this is just in the event that you maybe don't give two shits about your discs and you have them in your garage out in Florida with 99% humidity and you're just like, if it, But if you're the kind of person that takes care of your stuff, I really hope that they work for you guys, because this sucks, man. This really sucks. Jackie Brown Steelbook. Didn't Jackie Brown just come out? Like, didn't they? Oh no, that was the 4K. I'm sorry. Joan of Arc. Judge Dredd. Which one is this? That's the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd. I don't think I own the Blu-ray for that, actually. I think I only own the DVD. Damn. Okay. Well, maybe I won't buy the freaking Blu-ray. Jurassic Park 3D. I own that. That really sucks. I wonder if 3D movies are gonna shit the bed. I still have my 3D TV and my 3D movies. I have a good collection of 3D movies, and I try to watch them as often as possible with my daughter. She loves watching stuff in 3D. So hopefully they don't take a shit on us. Okay, we're at Kickboxer, the collector's edition. This is not the Kickboxer that was recently released here in the States. That looks like a whole different version right there. Lionsgate made a limited edition steelbook for Jackie Brown. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. But that's not that one that we saw here. I think that Lionsgate one is a 4K one, right? But also, does that include the Blu-ray disc? And then if it does include the Blu-ray disc, is that Blu-ray disc part of this, right? Like, it doesn't specify. So that to me looks like the older print of Jackie Brown, because that's an older release that came out in 2009. So I don't know if they, who knows? Killer Joe. Shit, man. King Kong. This is Peter Jackson's King Kong. I have that version as well. Fucking hell. Kingdom of Heaven. Kingsman 2. Okay, well, it does. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if they just, if that's the same. I would doubt that it's the same exact disc from 2009. They just took them and put them in there. They probably just did a new scan, maybe. I don't know. We're at L right now. The Pan's Labyrinth movie. Layer Cake. Limitless. Lionel Richie live. No. Hello. Okay, just kidding. I like Lionel Richie, but I don't own Lionel Richie live. If you do, I'm sorry. Check your Lionel Richie live. Is it me you're looking for? Ooh, Livid. I have this one, and I actually have the French release, this exact release right here. If you guys haven't seen the movie Livid, check it out. It's a fantastic movie. The same people that made the movie Inside, which is a French film as well. It's Inside is gory as hell. It's brutal. It's a brutal movie. So if you're not a fan of like extreme French cinema or gore and that sort of thing, maybe don't watch Inside. But Livid is their follow-up, and Livid is great. Livid is not a gory movie at all. There's maybe, I don't know, 2 scenes that have like standard violence or gore, if you want to say, but it's a really cool movie. Definitely watch it. Check out the trailer. I'm sure you can find it online, and don't read up on it. Just watch the trailer one time and give it a go. It's definitely worth a watch if you can check it out. Looper Steelbook. Sick. Lucy. I own Lucy as well. Hello, Lucy. All right, we are at M. We're almost done, I hope. I wish this list didn't even exist, but now I have to spend time copying all this, and I'm going to have a lot of movies to watch. A lot. Okay, what do we got for M? Mariah Carey's Adventure of Mimi. No. Just kidding. I don't have that one. Mary and Max. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Ultra Collector Set. This is a 4K release, too. No shit. Okay. That one was released in 2023, so that's pretty recent. The Matrix. No shit. That's a digibook. I'm going to show you guys this. I own this one, too. I lied. It's not the same one. I lied. It is not the same one. I have the premium collection digibook, but it's not that one. So, damn it. I thought I had that one. Now I'm sad because I don't. But again, it doesn't work anymore, so whatever. Memento. And it's also part of the Nolan box set. Miami Vice. Is this a TV show or is that that's the movie? Okay. Yeah. My bad, Tim. The Mist, the Steelbook. Great. Cool. Awesome. And then the regular Mist as well. So not just the Steelbook. Sweet. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And again, I'm just skimming through this. I'm just trying to go through this list as fast as possible. I don't want to bore you guys either by reading movie titles, but I'm just trying to pick ones that are pretty popular. So yeah, that box set is it's a wrap. Like, just throw it out. Need for Speed Steelbook. This is I liked Need for Speed, by the way. A lot of people didn't like this movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Very excited for it when it was announced, and I enjoyed it. It was cool. Nosferatu, but not the most recent Robert Eggers Nosferatu. Nymphomaniac, Volume 1 and 2. Great. I own that. And I also own the director's cut, and the director's cut's also on the list. Sweet. It's not a movie that I enjoy watching. And now I got to watch it again to make sure that it plays. Old Boy. No fucking way, man. I own this version too. This really sucks. Only God Forgives, The Raven, Open Range, Orphanage. Damn. I'm getting knocked with these. O's for me. I took a big L on O's. I own most of these. Son of a bitch. P. We have Pandorum. The Godfather. Why is The Godfather included under P? What the hell? The Godfather Part 2. Passion of the Christ. Great. That's wonderful. Yeah, Old Boy. Check your Old Boy. Also, Old Boy, one of the greatest movies to watch on Father's Day. Cheers to all the fathers out there. Just kidding. It's terrible. Terrible joke. Terrible joke. Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon, Piranha 3D, Piranha 2 3D, all the Piranha 3Ds. Any version of Piranha 3D, apparently. All of them. Check your Piranha 3Ds if you have it. I have Piranha 3D in 3D. 3DD. I think that's what it is. Piranha 3DD? I don't know. Whatever. Planet Terror. Dude, this blows, man. Police Academy. Which ones are these? That's the Warner set. Not okay. I have a Shout Select Police Academy, which I recently watched all of them, and those played just fine. So, you know. Predestination, Prisoners, Pulp Fiction, the Steelbook, and the regular release from 2013. Great. Q, What Have We Done to God, and Some Gentlemen Too Quiet. Okay, nothing there for me. Oh, man. Okay, here we go with R's. R's and S's and T's are going to be violent. Most movies are like R's and S's. So, here we go. The Raid 2, Ray, Wreck, no shit. Wreck 2. Oh, my God. Oh. Fucking hell. Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, let me look for Steelbook. I got you. This is the image for that one. I don't think this is... that's... Okay, well, that didn't do shit for me. But, I mean, that Steelbook, that could be the same release printed for other countries as well that are that region. So, I don't know. But that's the image for that one. So that might just be a France edition. Again, this is the only list that I found. This is the French list. So, you know. What else do we got? Requiem for a Dream, Back to the Future box set. So like stuff like this, like these are the same exact ones that you get in the US. Obviously the text is in English, but it's the same discs. It's all come from the same place. So yeah, all three of the Back to the Futures in there. Oh really? Huh. No shit. Great. And like that's what scares me. It's like, okay, so it skipped. Does that mean that it's on its way out? Like, might as well just go ahead and cancel it, right? Like, or see if you can get something back for it. Okay, for S's, we have Scott Pilgrim, Scream 1, 2, and 3. That's crazy. All the original Screams, the original trilogy. 7 Years in Tibet. 7. Okay. What else? What else? Silent Hill, Sin City Ultimate Edition. Damn. Sin City 2, Sinister, Skyline, Sleepy Hollow, the media book edition from Paramount, which this one I bought recently. This is a recent buy. Really? This thing is not even like, well, maybe it was older and I just recently got it, but I just recently bought this. Okay, great. Slumdog Millionaire, The Sorcerer, Southland Tales, Speed. Okay, this is the older release of Speed. This is 2007 release. Star Trek Into Darkness. I just recently watched this, but I didn't watch it in 3D. I think I just watched the Blu-ray, and I didn't have any issues with the Blu-ray. So, yeah. Had no skips. Okay. First watch, too, was very good. Nice. Nice. Sunshine. Damn, I got this release. I got that exact one right here. Super 8. I love this movie. So good. J.J. Abrams, baby. Suspiria. Which Suspiria is this? Is this the remake? No, that's the original. That's Dario Argento. All right. We're down to T's. Take Shelter. Taken. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Tropic Thunder. Damn. Okay. Transformers Special Edition. I own this one right here. Fuck. Transformers 3 Dark of the Moon. I own this one as well. Transformer 4 Age of Extinction. I can't read. I own this one as well. Cool. The Carrier. Tucker and Dale Fight Evil. I recently watched that. I didn't have any issues with it. Twilight. Not for me, but Twilight's on the list. And we have Underskin, Underground, Underworld, Director's Cut, Underworld 2, Underworld 3, Underworld 4, Underworld The Complete Collector's box set. Okay, well, if you got this box set, you may have some problems by the looks of it. Holy shit. We have Vampires Van Helsing. The Witch. Damn it, man. I have to watch The Witch now. It's been sealed since I bought it. Came out in 2016, and did it come out in 2016? There's no way that movie came out in 2016. Hold on. I have to check this right now. This is no way. Okay. Oh my God. Holy crap, it did come out in 2016. I bought this in 2016 and I have not opened it. It's still sealed from 2016. I bought it the day it released, and it's still sitting in my must-watch pile. A lot happened in 2016, so yeah, it was. I had reasons, but yeah. Wake Flight, Valkyrie, The War, Winter's Bone, Wolf Creek 2, The Woman, World War Z, The Wrestler Steelbook. Damn. X-Men, the first movie trilogy box set. I don't have that. I have X-Men, but not that one. X-Men Days. I have this one. I have Days of Futures Past. Yellowstone, The Yards, Yamada, Zack and Mary Make a Porno, and Zombie. See potentially. Oh, there's a whole Criterion list. There's a Criterion list. So all of these are Criterion lists. Oh God. Let me send you guys this too. Drop this in here. Citizen Kane, Gamora, In the Realm of the Senses, M, Paris, Texas, Passive Glory, Revenge, Seventh Seal. Okay. Well, I don't have any of these, so I'm good. I'm good. So there it is, guys. That's the list. If there's another updated list, I'll make a short post on it or something. You guys can get the list there. But that's it, man. That is it for all these movies. Got a lot of movies to watch, a lot of movies to check out, and hopefully your movies work just like mine. I'm really rooting for everybody here. I don't want anybody to have to deal with that, especially with so many titles, and us collectors, how it works. So it's not always the cheapest thing to be buying these movies and owning them, and the last thing you want is for them to not work at all. So I think I'm going to watch The Witch tonight. I think it's time to open it up. It's been it's going to be 10 years now. This is ridiculous. So, and I kid you not, like, I'm going to show you just so you don't think I'm making this up. Here it is. Still in here. I'm going to just open it up right now so that you can see that I am going to do this. I'm going to open it up and take it out because I need to watch it. It's about time. Okay. All right. It's off. Look at that. Still have the digital. Anybody want the digital for this? See if it works. Here. Here's the digital if anybody wants it. Go for it. Wow, I was just about to say I haven't seen any boutique labels, and I was wrong. There you go, guys. Somebody take it. 9 years in the making, I finally opened The Witch. Holy crap. This is so ridiculous. So if somebody wants that, I don't know if it'll work. Maybe it will. Who knows? Don't these expire? When does this expire? Code may not be valid after 5/17/17. So there you go. Mystic Cinema, what's up? Welcome in. I'm just finishing the live. You've come in at the wrong time, but it is great that you are here nonetheless. So yeah, I got a lot of movies to write down and check out. This really sucks. Was not expecting that to be yeah, test it out, Tim. Let me know if you got it, or whoever was in here still. And there's some quiet ones because I do see there are some people watching but not saying anything. So they may have sneakily taken the code. If anybody took the code and it worked, I want to know. Come back to this video, comment, and let me know, because that has been in my copy of The Witch, which was sealed up until a few moments ago. And yeah, I have no use for it. Or maybe I did have use for it, because now my disc doesn't play. Can you imagine? Now my disc won't play. And the only way I could watch it was through the digital, and I gave it away. That would be my luck. That would be my luck. So, yeah. Guys, I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. And, you know, I'd wish that I'd be talking to you guys about things that were more positive, but it worked. That's what's up, dude. Let's go. That is awesome. Hey, man, you got yourself a movie. Have you seen it? Have you watched The Witch before? It's my favorite Robert Eggers movie. Some codes actually still work after the so-called expiration date. Well, there you go, man. Dude, I have so many. I don't use any of my digital downloads. Like I said, I have over 4,500 movies, and all of my digital download codes, I don't use them. I have stacks. I have more stacks here. Like, these are all more digital codes that I've just recently taken. I have The Wild Robot, Everest, 4K of Marvel the Avengers, Independence Day, Jackie Brown, Snowpiercer, Smile 2, 7. Dude, I got so many. Venom, The Last Dance. You know, has anyone seen Venom, The Last Dance? I'm going to throw this one up. All right. This is another freebie you get. So, ready? You guys get ready. Whoever gets this wins. This is actually kind of fun. I'm giving out digital codes, and this movie is awful. It's awful. Here we go. Boom. Venom, The Last Dance. There you go. Get it. I'm leaving it up for a few more seconds. Come on. All right. If you didn't get it, I don't know what to tell you. But, or maybe nobody got it. Maybe nobody likes that movie. That movie was like, it was so bad. Like, how did the quality just went to shit with these movies. I mean, the first one wasn't the greatest either. The second one was not anything special, but The Last Dance was something else. Congratulations, Tim. You don't want that one, Tim? That is so funny. But yeah, I do the physical, but I also do the version as well. Yeah, like I tried to. I have some that I downloaded like back in the day, but I'm like, when would I ever watch the digitals? Like, I don't. If I do any kind of travel, a lot of times I'm going to like remote places where there's no electricity, and there's no, like I have no place to charge my phone, that type of thing, or I have very limited resources to charge my phone. Like, just an example, I was in last June, I had to shoot a documentary, and I was in different countries within Africa. So I was in South Africa, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Kenya, and the places where I was at, like, you only had a specific time frame to charge your equipment, charge your cameras and all that stuff, and charge your phones. And on top of that, you were limited to like internet access. So if I was going to watch anything, it would have been off of a portable DVD player, and it would have been physical discs, because that holds a longer battery life than my cell phone does, or my laptop for that matter. But yeah, anyways, I'm just babbling at this point. I still haven't seen it, but wanted to. Somebody else to get it, LOL, since I got the first code. That's awesome. Dude, if nobody took that, I'm going to put it up again. Tim, just take it, because if nobody's taking it, then, you know, go for it. But if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. So, all right. Well, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to try to do more lives more often. I just got to figure out, you know, what to talk about. This was one that I was going to do a video on, but then my friend sent me that email, and I was like, oh man, like I got to get to it right now. I figured instead of recording this, it would just be better if like I could talk to people and actually get some, you know, to see if other people have any issues with it. So this was a great way to, you know, kind of talk about this little issue. And hopefully it's not everyone. Hopefully it is just a batch of these. But the one thing I think everybody knows, if you're a physical media collector, take care of your stuff. store it in a place where, you can control that temperature. And that's it, man. Have a great night, Weston. Appreciate you coming through. And yeah, man, enjoy yourselves. As always, happy hunting, and I will see you all